We had a great week leading up to that weekend, and the boys, the whole squad during the week was excellent with one another, guiding them through, and so the build-up was great, and obviously the finish was even better. So no, great week we had prior to Scarlets, and a good finish to the week. I think people forget, but what warm-up games do to confidence, especially going to Exeter with this group of lads that went to the Scarlets. We had a great performance out in Exeter, and that just, that confidence coming out of that game and then coming into the Scarlets was very good. So, no, the boys took it through, and I'm really happy for that group of men. Speaking about Connacht, they will always be ready to fire at Thomond Park. It's an Interpro. They're a good side. What happened in the Rainbow Cup last season was last season. But it's a new game. We've focused on ourselves since the start of this season. It's all about us. And we need to put out a good performance to where we want to go in the competition. So, yeah, they'll be good to go, raring to go. Thomond Park's a special place to play, especially with a crowd coming back. And the boys will be up for it no matter what. So it's going to be a great game. That's where we're going to with this group. That's what we're striving for, is that whoever dons on that jersey on the weekend, whether you are an Irish international or it's your first cap, whoever dons on that jersey, he's prepared and well prepared, and he'll make a difference. And that's what we saw last week. So it's all about the group. It's all about giving them game time, and take nothing away from the last two games, in round 1 and round 2, where, some of the lads played really well. So there'll be some changes again this week, but it does nothing to the continuity that we have. We as coaches have set out a plan for this 5-week game block, and as coaches having a good chat around the dynamics in the squad and how we want to keep guys fresh, and also who needs game time. So yes, it's Interpro. Obviously Interpros are nice and fiery, but we'll do the best for the squad.
Look, I don't think there's such thing as a perfect start, but I'd say we've done as well as you could have hoped for. I think every season you sort of set out to be the best you can be, and I think this year we've started really well. We've really caught our stride, if I can put it that way. Sure, look, you can't really put an exact timeline on these things, but to be honest, he's probably one of the most mentally tough guys I've ever met. He's had a horrific last 12 months, and then to top it off, he plays 30 or 40 minutes of rugby, and then it happens to him again. So the resilience he's showing just from a mental standpoint is, to me, astounding. He's still very positive, and he's in a very good mindset. Obviously, he's in a dark place, but sure, who wouldn't be? But look, we have to take it day by day. Well, he does, I suppose. And as he progresses, we'll see how long it'll take. But look, we're all hoping to see him back in red as soon as possible. Excluding the fact that he hasn't played a whole lot of rugby, I think he's really contributed to the team in a really big way. From a rugby standpoint in terms of knowledge, and I think a cultural standpoint in terms of his actual contribution to the squad, and to how we interact with each other, which has been refreshing and really good. I'd say I've probably developed a fair bit in terms of things like distribution and stuff. I'd be way more confident just throwing the odd pass out the back and that kind of stuff every now and again. I think both in defence and attack, I think the coaches have been really good for our games in terms of really putting the extra work in with us. When sessions are done, just doing the one-on-one kind of stuff that helps you to improve your own game, and through that, improves team performance. But yeah, look, I think I'm getting along fairly well. I think I had a reasonably good season last year, and so far a reasonably good start to this season. So I just want to continue playing good rugby, which is, when you play good rugby, everything is easier.